Meadows. Welcome to Lisbon. I'm Hatton Jones, 4th Secretary. Our car's close by here. No need for customs, of course, in your case.
Oh, but the rest of my luggage.
Oh, there's no time for that now. No, we have it sent straight to the embassy. I say, you're American.
Well, yes. It's all right, I hope.
Oh, yes, of course. No objection at all. As a matter of fact, London didn't give us very much. They just said that William Meadows was coming here on hush-hush business, and that we had to list him in the commercial section and put him up at the embassy.
Well, actually, it's not all that hush-hush. A hotel would do just as well.
Oh, my dear fellow, there's no end to bother if we change anything. Everything's been arranged. Now, do come along. We're behind on time. There's our car. By the look of things, I should think it would mean a taxi.
Wait a minute. Your automobile just blew up. Shouldn't you at least stay around?
Oh, I couldn't repair it, Meadows. I'm not very good at machines.
Does this happen often? I mean, you seem so calm.
Not inside, I assure you. A barbaric show and graceless to boot. I mean, you barely arrived. Do get in.
You don't mean that was intended for me?
Oh, no reason to doubt it. None at all. Do get in, please.
Para au scimitar. Obrigado. Sorry, we're running a bit late, but the explosion accounts for part of that.
That's another question I'd like to ask. Why are we in such a hurry?
We have to pop by a funeral.
A funeral?
Chap who used to work for us. I hope you don't mind.
Well, the truth is, I'd rather you drop me by the embassy. I have unpacking to do and reports to make.
Well, actually, it's on our way, and it'll give you a good chance to get a line on the others. Oh, by the way, I brought this for you to shove on. Excuse me.
I don't understand a single thing that's happened. What others? And this dead man, I don't even know him. Who is he?
Well, his name's Federico Ferreira. He's listed as a commercial advisor. Actually,
he's some sort of contact for our intelligence people.
I don't know much about it. I haven't been here long myself. Just got a little. Lucky you came in a dark suit, you know. I didn't have a chance to warn you.
This Federico didn't die in an automobile. I mean, it wasn't another explosion.
Oh, damn. You know, this whole thing has given you a complete wrong idea about Lisbon. No, as a matter of fact, he was stabbed. Rather a deep wound, I understand.
Ah, this looks like our party.
Couldn't we just watch from here?
Oh, no. We must put in an appearance. Come along.
He seems to have had quite a few friends.
Business rivals, most of them. Spies, smugglers, secret agents. Bad lot.
At least they showed up.
Oh, they always turn out at each other's funerals. If one of them stayed away, he'd be taken responsible for it.
You mean the murderer may be here?
About to be.
Oremus, Deus, cui proprium est miserere sempre te parcere, te supplice exoramus pro anima famuli tui, quam odie deoc.
The dead man's widow?
Girlfriend. The old chap next to her is Dr. Matheson, retired British Army medic. He looks after the embassy staff.
Sed iube asseam a sanctis angelis suscipi, et ad patiam paradisi perduci.
Your presence here seems to be causing a lot of attention.
Not mine, Mr. Meadows. Yours. You see what with all this? Word's got around that London was sending a top man to fill his shoes.
Well, let's get this straightened out. I'm a banker having the faintest
I understand, yes. It's a capital device.
Well, no.
Shh.
Requiem aeterna, dona hei Domine.
Federico.
Requiescam in pace.
This way, up these stairs. Oh, by the way, they turned over the library to you. Least likely to be disturbed there.
Right. Good afternoon. This is Mr. Beddoes. This is your secretary, Miss...
Nolan. Your luggage has arrived, Mr. Beddoes. I've had it placed in your room along the corridor.
Well, thank you.
I'll leave you Miss Nolan's good hands. Well, I suppose I better make some sort of report on that broken motor car.
Miss Nolan, I'll need a drafting table, if that can be arranged, and, also, I'd like to define my position here as soon as possible. When may I see the ambassador?
I'll telephone him. In the meantime, perhaps you'd better see the gentleman who's waiting for you in your office. He said you were expecting him. Senor Antonio Carlos Lopes Cavallo de Silva.
I've never heard of him. Antonio Carlos Lopes Cavallo de Silva. I've never even heard a half of him.
Before you go in, this cable from London just came up for you from the decoding office.
Revised estimate, industrial diamonds gone astray, 1,800,000 pounds. Destination Lisbon established. I suppose gone astray means they've been stolen.
Really, Mr. Beddoes, I don't think you should read aloud that sort of message. It was marked most secret.
Miss Nolan, I want no more messages marked most secret. I am not here on most secret business. Would you give this to the proper person, if there is one?
Mr. Beddoes, my good sir. The sadness of our first encounter is now dissipated by the joy of meeting you here. Sit down, please, and be welcome to my country. Huh? My name, sir, is Antonio Carlos Lopes Carvalho da Silva. I am an Anglophile, an idealist, and a professional smuggler. Sir, I desire to serve our oldest and most honored ally, the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Your sentiment is wasted. I'm not Did you say smuggler?
Of the highest reputation and talent.
I'm not interested. In fact, we can call this whole thing off right now. We have nothing to discuss.
I'm sure, Mr. Beddoes, there are many things. For example, industrial diamonds. Hmm?
What are you talking about?
Listen to me. In England, they have a saying, set a thief to catch a thief. Now, I am, as I have stated, a professional smuggler. And if you have any hope to catch the diamonds, it is such a one as my discerning self you must employ to find a starting point. Hmm?
I wonder if you'd excuse me. I have to unpack. Besides, none of this concerns me one way or the other. And most of all, I do not need a smuggler.
So you have no use for me?
I think that's an accurate way of putting it.
I will leave. It is sad, but the man of my great talents is never out of work. Now I shall have to visit the French and the Dutch and the West Germans, because for the moment you do not trust me. Yet my heart beats for the Union Jack. God bless the Queen. Vive Trafalgar.
He was known as Henry the Navigator. His mother was an English princess, which began the friend relation, symbol of the longest alliance between nations in the east of Europe. For centuries, the English people have come here for holiday.
Steve!
From Poland,
Steve! Oh, for heaven's sake, Steve Gardner!
No, Senora, you make a mistake. My name is Antonio da Silva.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. You're Steve Gardner from Seattle. I
Senora.
know you anywhere, even with a shirt on.
Senora, I can assure you, I am a native of Lisbon.
Oh,
Please.
Steve, what's more, I can prove it.
What?
Oh, you remember that time I shot you in the stomach
Huh?
with your own air gun.
Stop
Wait
this.
a minute.
Stop it. Stop it.
There. Now, you're not going to tell me there's another man in Portugal with 2 navels.
All right. You're Amy and I'm Steve. Now pipe down until we get out of here. Come on.
Oh, Steve, isn't this marvelous? After all these years meeting up again in a strange country with the only man that you've ever really loved.
Now, don't be absurd. You were 10 years old, Amy.
I was 11, and oh, how I hated your family for moving away. Well, why didn't you write? Well, I know. Probably because you didn't love me as much as I loved you.
Well, probably because a love affair between a grown man and an 11-year-old girl didn't seem practical. Ooh, bread and butter. Bad luck.
Oh, Steve, we were meant for each other. Our emotional cycles are completely attuned. Believe me, I know. I'm majoring in psych.
Ooh.
Steve, who are we avoiding?
Oh, just friends of mine. You wouldn't like them.
I don't think they like you.
Oh. Chiara cum Antonio da Silva sta leonese in Capeno.
Uitapet da Silva. Trebuie să-i supraveghezi pe Bedos. Bedos.
This calls for a celebration. Champagne.
Champagne?
Mum's 53.
Senor. Champagne, movies, 53. Bom?
Ich rufe dich an, um dir zu sagen, dass der Silva gerade ins Café gekommen ist.
Der Diamantenhandel ist nichts für einen Amateur. Der einzige Mann, den wir unter ständiger Beobachtung halten müssen, ist Beddoes.
Gut, ich pass auf Beddoes auf. Ah, ich verstehe.
Steve, it's fate. We were just meant to be, and this proves it.
As long as we're blaming fate, just what are you doing in Lisbon?
Well, I'm here on a summer holiday. I've been studying in Florence. Stanford has a campus there. It turned out to be real smart. Isn't that a kick?
Anybody who orders champagne instead of coffee has learned a little something.
Praise be. No ring. Well, then, you're not married, are you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, thank goodness. But then who's turned you Portuguese?
Oh, it's just temporary. I'm trying to line up a job with the British.
Oh.
Zarek gibt Ihnen einen guten Rat, die Sache aufzugeben. Das Geschäft mit den Diamanten ist zu dick für einen Amateurschmuggler. Verstanden?
Ja?
Steve, what are you doing here? For a living, I mean.
I'm a used car salesman.
Well, Steve, the German word for used car salesman is Gebrauchtwagenhändler. And the German word for smuggler is Schmuggler. I got straight A's in German.
In that case, I'm a smuggler. But I do sell used cars on the side. It gives me a good front and a car to use.
I've never heard of anything so ridiculous. A smuggler.
Look, just because I didn't major in it, that doesn't mean I'm not a smuggler.
But why? I mean, was it a boyhood dream or something?
Well, I was in the quartermaster corps in the Army. Most of my job was moving merchandise from one country to another. I got to know the ins and outs. When my service was over, I sort of oozed into smuggling.
Well, I don't think you oozed into it very far. That man said that this diamond business, whatever that is no place for an amateur.
That's just talk from a has-been. He's a has-been. His boss is a has-been. They're all has-beens.
Has-been what?
Spies, smugglers. During the war, they were big-time operators, but that was 20 years ago. They haven't kept up with the times. Amy, $5 million in diamonds are involved, and they want to grab it all. Me, I walk into the British Embassy, offer my services for the regular 5% commission. That's $250,000. No sweat, no strain, and practically legal. All it takes is a little American know-how.
Mr. Beddoes.
Oh, do come in, Mr. Beddoes. Well, won't you sit down? His Excellency will be back in a moment.
Good afternoon, Mr. Beddoes. You play chess?
Oh, well, yes, sir, a little.
My opponent seems temporarily to have me in rather a tight corner. Any ideas?
Well, I am not very good, sir, but I think, personally, I would,
But of course. Bravo. I'll cable Sir Philip. Welcome to the embassy. I hope you've been made comfortable.
Well, so far, I've been made uncomfortable. Your Excellency, I'd like to explain my position here.
Mr. Beddoes, I'm Scottish by birth, prudent by nature. I've no intention of looking into your mission. Beyond allowing that you've made a top job of the accent, I'd take you for American.
Your Excellency, I am an American. My name is William Beddoes. I'm on 2 months' leave from the debenture section of the Gotham Trust Company. I've been hired by a group of British banks to survey hydroelectric possibilities in this country.
Yes, I suppose you need some sort of dossier, part of that damned hush-hush pattern.
My sole reason for being here is to see if joint Anglo-American financing is feasible. It's not hush-hush, it's merely confidential, to avoid embarrassment in case the plan is abandoned.
Oh, Miss Bannister, what would be the time now in Karachi?
About 7 o'clock, Sir Huntley.
Well, send this top priority. We'll just about catch the Philip before cocktails. Rook to Queen's Night 3. You got that?
Yes.
Well, time's passing, so don't bother to put it in code.
Very well.
You were saying?
I was just given a message about stolen diamonds. Now, why me?
Absurd question. Best ask your London people about that.
I just got off a plane today, and 15 minutes later, I was in the middle of a funeral.
Hugger-mugger. I'm not to be involved.
It's like a nightmare. Do you realize I just had a smuggler in my office?
Mr. Beddoes, Lisbon is full of spies and smugglers. They've been on lean times these last few years. When something like this crops up, they naturally fall over each other to make a job of it.
Well, what about the car being blown up? You do know about it.
Well, of course I know about it. Mr. Beddoes, all these things that you speak of are MI5 matters. I'm not briefed by London, I'm not meant to interfere, and I shan't.
You mean that you don't believe a word I've been saying? The hydroelectric project you can check.
I'm afraid that wouldn't prove much, would it? However, I'd be pleased to strike any public attitude to help you with your mission. Hydroelectric it is. Have you a dinner engagement?
No, sir.
Ah, good. I'm entertaining friends at the Carlton. A Dr. Matheson. You may have seen him at the funeral. He's a good chap. Got a mad wife. Don't mind her. She's harmless but rich. Oh, Miss Bannister, we shall be 10 for dinner.
Yes, Sir Huntley.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Black tie.
That's Florian. He used to be the top operator in Europe.
Beddoes.
Abdul and Osman. It figures Florian would line them up. They're killers.
What? You mean people can get killed doing your job?
Occasionally, it's an occupational risk.
Vamos.
Credevo che fosse andata via. Non mi ha detto niente.
Relax, relax. This is Carmo. He works for me. Carmo, Spedaki. Mandre dezir a Singsover, huh?
Sì.
I'll admit it sounds lurid, but I'm sure by now the local criminal elements have discovered their mistake. By morning, I hope to clarify my situation with the embassy staff and get started on the survey. Naturally, the good name of the Gotham Trust Company. Hello. Yes, this is Mr. Beddoes.
Ah, Mr. Beddoes. This is Aurora Celeste da Costa. You remember me at the funeral, yes? I make signal to you. You understand?
Oh, no, I did not understand it. Now, unless this is about debentures. What address?
Rua Pedro Sanchez, number 28, second floor. I am happy you are coming to me.
Now, hold it. We're going to put a stop to this right now. I beg your pardon?
I have something special for you.
There's only one way to handle this.
Mr. Beddoes.
What? I'm calling the police. You wouldn't happen to know the number, would you?
327831. But they will not help you. It's better you come here.
That's out of the question. I'm dining out tonight.
Yes, I know. With the ambassador. At the Carlton. It is very convenient to where I live. I am so happy you come to me.
Hold it.
I wait with my whole heart.
Hello? Hello?
Mr. Beddoes. I don't know where I put my head. I forgot all about this. I had to wash it. The blood stains. I didn't dare to go out on the balcony to hang it.
Bloodstains?
From poor Federico. It was on this rag I found him. Oh, dear Mr. Beddoes, I am so alleviated you get here safe. I will get you a whiskey soda to drink.
Yes, please. No, I do not want a whiskey and soda. I only came here to tell you I'm not interested in seeing you or any other spies.
But you will see them if you leave now. In the square by the telephone, Milo the Romanian. He has 3 murders to his name, and that is only when he calls himself Milo.
Well, maybe I will have just a short one. Until they go away. It must have been a terrible shock for you, finding the body, I mean.
Oh, yes, but he was not a body when I find him. He dies later, after he talks. And what he talks is very interesting for you. Shh. Max, he works for Zarik. He's also there. Usually he takes his holiday this month. Why are we stopping?
We're here.
Oh, is that her?
Yep. Well, she's making a drink. That means he's here.
Well, she doesn't look too bad from this angle. Seen through a curtain.
We'll cruise around and wait for the action to start.
I have no idea who killed Federico. He had many enemies. When I ask him about the diamonds, he goes to me, buff, buff. He thinks a woman is only for... I like to talk, sometimes. He was definitely not a nice man.
At the funeral, I thought you were going to throw yourself in next to him.
What else could I do? Poor Federico, he had not a family. There is only me to make a big emotion. Without that, a funeral is nothing, no?
No.
Now, for the first time, I tell you what he says.
Look, Miss DaCosta, I'm only staying here long enough for those people to go away. If you have anything to tell, I think you should tell it to the police.
Police? My father would slap me from his grave. My grandfather would come back and make me this. Me talk to the police. My tongue drop dead first.
The reward money for the diamonds wouldn't have anything to do with it, would it?
I knew I could trust you. I knew you could think of that for me. Now listen carefully, dear Mr. Beddoes. What is your first name, please?
William.
William? Beautiful. Now I tell you how it happened. I come home. Federico is lying here, on the floor, just where your feet are now. He couldn't talk, only a few words. But I hear him say twice, porco vermelho. That means in Portuguese, red pig.
Well, that might mean the killer was a communist.
Bah, Federico was himself a communist.
That's preposterous. He was working for the British embassy.
But the British, they are not bigots. Besides that, he works for many countries, but they do not offer enough money. So he decides instead to sell what he knows to the British. The others find out, so they kill him. That is correct, no?
He's dead, we know that much. All right, so red pig doesn't mean he's a communist.
There is a small bay which has the same name, and the hotel in the town, it's called also Porco Vermelho. There are 2 more things I hear him say, azalea and rice.
Well, azalea is a flower.
Why azalea is a flower when it could be something else? And rice is not a Portuguese word. You have at the embassy a Mr. Rice?
I don't know. I haven't even unpacked.
There is one more thing. 1 hour before he dies, Federico talked to the phone with a man who sneezed, sneezed, sneezed. This is the man who killed Federico.
Oh, I think I can remember about a man who sneezes.
Now you have all I know. I feel much alleviated. I go now to the bedroom. I take off my clothes.
Well, hold it. Miss, I don't understand.
I am in the front of the window. They see me through the curtains. You switch off the light in there. You come to me. You take me in your arms. All right. I'm ready. Now.
Well, let's not rush into anything.
Come to me quickly. Take me, quickly. Take me. Kiss me. No. Kiss me. What's the matter with you? You prefer to die? Pick me up, carry me to the bed. Now, they will go away till the morning.
They're still there. If you want, I'll wait in the other room.
I think maybe it's a very good idea.
Thank you. I've enjoyed my visit.
William. You're a sweet man. This is not for them. It's for me. I wish you could stay, but it would not be fair for poor Federico. I am still in mourning for a day or so. Good night, sweet William.
Good night.
Va bene se emergem a casa.
Der kommt nicht mehr. Der bleibt die ganze Nacht da oben. Lass uns nach Hause gehen.
Laszlo.
Lauf schnell zum Wagen.
La macchina.
It's not that I mind cruising all night. It's just that I'd like to know why.
I don't know what's so hard to understand, Amy. I have Carmel planted back there. When Beddoes leaves her place, Carmel kidnaps him. I just happen by, jump out of the car, and rescue Beddoes. Foolproof scheme.
There is a gun in your bag. Keep walking, no tricks.
Keep walking.
There they are. You, let that one go. You heard what I say?
It's the wrong man.
Thank you very much, Mr. De Silva.
Poof, it is nothing, Senor Beddoes. Please, my card.
I sure am lucky you just happened to be driving by.
Senorita Amy Franklin, this is Senor Beddoes, the very good friend of Her Majesty.
Oh, please, please. You've done enough. This one is mine.
Halt! Pare! Pare! Não se mexa!
Pedro!
What did he say? He said you are arrested.
Vamos, vamos! Te ajudo.
In a case like this, head for home.
I'm hungry.
Oh, Amy.
You may just as well know, Beddoes, I'm disappointed in you.
I didn't mean to hit him. It was an accident. The fellow I meant to hit didn't show up.
And giving the embassy as your address. Bad form, Beddoes. Thoroughly bad form.
I'm sorry. I think I broke my hand.
All in all, you've made rather a gaudy beginning. Hatton Jones will handle whatever's to be done about your release. Good night.
Well, good night.
Security officer. He's a bit put out. Seems the police chap's jaw was broken.
Inspector Rodrigues, Senhor Beddoes.
Senhor Beddoes, não parece que seja boa política que um agente secreto ande por aí a partir os queixos aos polícias.
The inspector says he thinks it's poor policy for an intelligence agent to be wandering around striking people.
But tell him I work for a bank, the Gotham Trust, New York.
Senhor Beddoes, limita profundamente a sucedido foi a accidente.
Não tem importância. Estou satisfeito de ter imposto um homem tão desembaraçado no caso dos diamantes. Tem a nossa plena colaboração. O importante é descobrir o chefe.
However, he says that he's very pleased we put a top man on this diamond business, and he promises full police cooperation. The important thing is to discover the higher-ups.
Straighten him out. I'm here to make a survey.
O meu governo está convencido que os diamantes vão parar à China Vermelha.
He says that his government are convinced that the destination of the industrial diamonds is Red China. I say, that's a jolly good clue. You can spot the guilty party right away.
Please, am I released or not?
You see, if the man's Chinese, he's bound to look Chinese.
Has everybody in this country gone crazy? I work for a bank. Skip it. Just a simple answer. Am I released?
Of course, yes. Come along. Muito obrigado.
Senhor Beddoes, tive imenso prazer em conhecer um agente da sua reputação. Quer que o tratemos pelo seu nome ou que lhe chamemos um número?
Personally, he's delighted to meet a secret agent of your standing. And shall he call you by name, or do you have a number?
Not too much to ask. Why didn't you just tell him I worked for a bank?
My dear fellow, it would be fatal. You could be jugged for a year or more, breaking a policeman's jaw. I don't think it would sit too well with the Gotham Trust Company. If there is a Gotham Trust Company.
Hey, you'd know, is there a man named Rice working at the embassy?
Rice. There was a chap in Bermuda called Price. Bad luck with women. Used to pinch their bottoms and that sort of thing.
I'm sure it's not the same one. Sneezing man, red pig, whatever it all means.
Red pig, that's a puzzler. Sounds like a new way to cook pork.
Hey. Obrigado.
Don't you see, Steve? It's not like the Army. You can resign. I'm sure there are lots of spies who have resigned.
I wish you'd get it straight, Amy. I'm not a spy. I'm a smuggler.
No promotion. No old age pension. I just can't see any advantage in being a smuggler.
Well, that's because you refuse to look at it as a profession. If I were a doctor or a lawyer, you wouldn't be sitting here criticizing me. Would you pass the butter, please? Thank you.
You Doberich!
You've got nothing to do but this.
The coffee's not ready.
That's a reason to kill him. The coffee's not ready.
I thought we were supposed to kill him. But of course we'll kill him. But when we are told, there's a time and place for everything.
Wenn noch einmal von der Botschaft herauskommt, werde ich mit dem Motorrad überfahren.
No, you can't run him down with a motorcycle.
We don't. Then someone else will kill him.
So somebody else will kill him. We can't let pride govern this. How often am I to tell you? He's our only lead to the diamonds.
Simple sprain. Not much chance of injuring your hand. Karate lessons and all that. Why not relax for the weekend? Take a cruise with me on the Sea Huntress.
Sea Huntress?
Our boat belongs to Maudie, actually, a dear woman. Talky, but she did come well dowered. Rub that in.
I think I'll take you up on that.
Good. Touch of the sea, very bracing. Done wonders for Maudie's bursitis. Poor girl, she had to give up badminton. Can't bear the sight of a shuttlecock anymore. I'll give notice to stand to.
Morning, Doctor. Morning, sir. You'll be pleased to hear, sir, that Sir Huntley has assigned me to you.
As what?
I will give you every assistance in your hugger-mugger, sir. Now, should I take up any equipment? Dagger, suicide kit, anything you can tell me, sir.
Why don't you read up on it? I'm sure there must be something on Hugger Mugger in this library. No, wait a minute. There is something. You can fix this lamp clock. I have some charts to make.
Mr. Beddoes, you ought to be ashamed. How dare you send him to do your dirty work? I heard him on the phone with her, and the whole thing is your doing. Don't interrupt. I just want you to go down there right now. It's your fault, so you go down there. Well, at least say something.
For instance?
Well, you hired him. Now fire him.
I hired absolutely no one. Hired who?
Steve! Now, don't deny it. That's why he and that Aurora woman snuck off.
Who's Steve?
Steve Gardner. That Antonio something de Silva's a phony, and they both went down to Red Pig Bay.
When?
Last night. I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth, and when I came out, he was gone.
What were you doing at his place at that hour?
Being compromised. I was left standing with a toothbrush.
What do you expect from a smuggler?
I expect him to smuggle, not run away with the nearest trollop.
Well, I think that's overstating it.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry. I forgot that she was your girlfriend. It's just that I hate a pushy woman. I just hope you know the way to Red Pig Bay. Only sorry that there isn't a state line that he could take her across. We'd have him arrested.
What? Wait a minute. We're not going to Red Pig Bay. At least I'm not.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Just two things. First, I seem to have broken his plug, sir. And second, this chap Steve is down there acting in your name. Now, is that wise?
He is not down there acting in my name.
Well, it amounts to the same thing, sir. He's using your name. It's not good, you know. It's not good at all, really, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Beddoes, but if you're thinking of leaving, perhaps you should complete last night's cable. You stopped at, naturally, the good name of the Gotham Trust Company.
Oh, dear. He's liable to use their name, too.
The Gotham Trust Company is the most conservative bank in New York. They won't even hire a Democrat, let alone a smuggler.
Turn off that light, please. Honey, come on, turn off that light, will you, please?
Honey.
What? Have you gone crazy? Now, why did you want to do a fool thing like...
So all of a sudden we're no more Portuguese.
Well, sometimes I get the big surprise she come out good, my English.
You're American, she come out better.
Just as well. Portuguese was my weakest accent.
I should have known it. Stupid that I am. Who Who else would insist to sleep in a bathtub but an American?
Did you want me to sleep in your bed?
No, but at least that is not an insult. Besides this, I don't believe that Beddoes asked you to tell me to come here.
Oh.
You don't work for him. You lied to me.
Red pig, azalea, rice. Now, how would I know all of those things if he hadn't told me?
That is very simple. You torture him. Maybe you kill him.
I like him. Bringing you down here probably saved his life. And yours, too.
What for I am down here in this place?
Whoever has the diamonds is expecting to meet Frederico. Naturally, he's not going to be here because he's dead. So, you're the bait.
I am my own bait. Why do I need you?
Because I had the contract with Mr. Beddoes.
To you, he's Mr. Beddoes. To me, he's Sweet William. I could have the contract.
You couldn't follow up. Ha! Now, look. Now, you listen to me. Sit down. We're down here alone. Nobody knows or will know, and here is where the action is. Now, listen. Sooner or later, a contact shows up. He tells us where and how these diamonds are coming in. We get them. We turn them over to Beddoes. We take 5% off the top. You can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. Who's that?
Come in.
Bon dia. Make sure he brings the cream. They always forget the cream. It's fun to be fortunate when you're rich in Portugal. Well, where's the cream? I told you, they always forget the cream.
There is a man downstairs. Unless I am mistaken, it is him.
It's Florian.
Get the key. Lock it.
That would not help.
Why?
Don't bother. We will make it look like something else.
Oh, sir, I think I'll have a gin and tonic and stand by.
Come on.
Hey, Willie, we're on a honeymoon.
Well, wouldn't you know it? Black silk pajamas.
You have to remember, she's still in mourning.
It's disgusting.
Amy.
You! Out of that bed. I want to talk to you.
Ah, Senor Beddoes, I have the most ardent wish to...
And you can drop the phony
Oh,
Portuguese.
sweet William, I am so happy to see you.
You are?
Amy, I want you to know this isn't what it looks like.
This is exactly what it looks like. A lecture hooked up to it.
Amy, I'm not sure you're being fair.
There was a case just like it in Liverpool. Dr. Freud had to make a special trip down there.
Come here. There.
Well, a lot that proves.
Amy, that's where I slept. You can see the imprint. Look.
That's no trick. All you have to do is take a bowling ball and push it in the pillow.
I don't know why I'm trying to make excuses. Nobody sent for you.
Ooh, I hate rude people.
You're supposed to be on tour. Go look at the Leaning Tower.
Oh, no offense. She's just glad to see me. Excuse me. Now, you two-bit imposter. I didn't hire you, and I don't intend to.
You see I was right. You were a liar when you tell me that you work for him.
Oh, no, I hinted at it.
Two, amateur.
And if I were going to hire a smuggler, I wouldn't hire an amateur.
How dare you call him an amateur?
I thought you were against this.
Well, it's not that I'm in favor of his smuggling. It's just that I don't like to see his abilities questioned. He's very sensitive about it.
Well, Well, thanks to Beddoes, every crook in Lisbon is down in the lobby.
Except you. But he's right. You cannot leave the hotel with them here.
I am fed up with this cloak and dagger idiocy. All right, we're in this together. We'll work it all out like a blueprint, step by step. First, I suggest you put your clothes on.
If you can remember how. You are funny. A little too young to be a woman. But I like you.
Now that that's settled, Federico is the key. How did he have the operation laid out?
For the beach. The beach, of course, that's it. I have an MO on every smuggler in Europe. The beach at Susimbra, the fishermen with their morning catch. Now hear this. The diamonds are coming in, and you know how? Inside fish. Yeah. A fishing boat meets the ship at sea. The transfer is made. The diamonds are in little packages. They shoved down the throat of some fish and brought ashore along with the regular catch.
Oh, that is a marvelous solution. Fantastico. Forgive me that I call you an amateur.
Oh, forgiven. Now, they're watching Beddoes. As long as they can keep their eye on him, that leaves me free to operate.
Marvelous. Fantastico.
I'll head out this way and get to the beach without anyone knowing it. Now, Beddoes, get down to the lobby and let them see you. You, stay here.
In this room, with that fake bathtub? Not in your life. Come on.
Aurora, this is a hotel lobby. Would you please put this on?
You know who goes in this car? That's Steve Antonio. He double-crosses you. Now he goes to where the diamonds are, without you.
Are you crazy? You've deliberately betrayed him.
There are no diamonds coming inside fish. Any fool knows so much.
Then you've sent him off on a wild goose chase.
Why to complain? The open air, the sea, the sunshine. It's good for the health. Here I have a secret.
You have?
Mm-hmm. At 2 o'clock, a ship called the Mary Goodwill, she docks to put off a man who is sick with gallstones.
Oh, Mr. Costa, Mr. Hatton-Jones. I think we're on to how the diamonds are coming in.
I overheard. Ghoulish, isn't it?
Perhaps the sick man is only an excuse. You know what is in the cargo of the ship? Rice.
Oh, you mean the diamonds might be in the cargo? I better alert the port authorities.
He's done. The harbor master, he is in love with my aunt. We have plenty of time. I think maybe we go upstairs to have a little rest. Florian, he does not leave.
What made him come back?
I think maybe he has decided to stay and kill you. We rest some other time. He will not kill you in front of witnesses. Now, we stay downstairs.
All right, but I'd consider it a great personal favor if you'd get dressed.
When you're 89, I will be 79. Now, you can hardly think of yourself as an aggressor then.
What happened? was supposed to be watching Beddoes.
Don't ask me. I'm nervous. I think that was terribly clever of you, Steve. I really do.
That's a matter of training.
Warum fährt denn der Kerl nicht weiter? Zum Donnerwetter!
There's another batch coming in. Let's get it. Come on.
Deixa aquele falar comigo.
Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Quanto quer por este peixe todo, hein?
1500 escudos.
1500 escuros. Está bem.
Sim, senhor.
Está bem. 10, 20, 30. I'm late. Can you let me have $34?
Sure.
Sim, senhora.
Veja.
It's Fado. If you like Fado, you like me. You are uncomfortable?
No.
Then why you seem uncomfortable?
Well, for one thing, I've never sat down in the middle of a hotel lobby with a woman in my lap.
You will get used to it.
You think he knows about the ship? What time it docks?
A little longer with her, he won't know what day it is.
You think I will like this Scarsdale?
Scarsdale? Where did you get that?
It fell into my hand. You think I will like the place you live?
I doubt it. There's not much espionage work in Scarsdale, except for a few private detectives.
And what is this card?
My bank.
Oh, you have also a bank.
I work in one.
But you have the keys.
Aurora, you're hopeless. You don't have the morals of an alley cat.
That's funny. Federico said just the opposite. That I have the morals of an alley cat. Ah, man. Your wife, she will be angry with me if I have a love affair with you.
I'm not married.
You are beautiful, you have a bank, and you are not married. I will never understand American women. And who is this girl?
Just a girl I used to go out with.
The front of her is not real.
It's not?
You didn't know it?
No.
But tell me something. When an American man and an American woman... My uncle tells me there is a population in America of 180 million.
Aurora, you have a lot of false notions about American men.
Oh,
Now, if I just had the time...
I take time.
Oh, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. While you were occupied, sir, Florian and his cronies...
Yes, what?
Well, they seem to have gone, sir. Hadn't we best get cracking?
Ah, that's lucky. I hope to find you. I anchored just near here. I slipped away from Morris.
You'll have to excuse us, Doctor. We're escaping.
escape. Mr. Beddoes, I've got a jolly good idea. You go to Lisbon, and of course they'll follow you. And then I'll carry on the good work here.
You crazy person. They will kick him off the road.
Look, I don't quite know what you're up against, but if there's anything I can do to help.
The trouble with you people is you never do anything simply. You go to the dock, make official contact with the captain, and inspect that cargo of rice. Aurora, come with me. Excuse me, I wonder if you could tell me which is the quickest way to the docks.
Eu não compreendo, senhor.
He doesn't understand. Qual é o caminho mais curto para o cais?
A senhora vai por aquela travessa e volta direito, viu?
Oh, obrigada. This way.
Well, that's the last of the charcuta.
Steve,
Yeah.
look, I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but, well, is it possible that we're on the wrong track?
Of course not. You saw Aurora, how quickly she jumped at the idea.
That's what I mean. It was too quick. I mean, could it be that she just wanted to get you out of the way?
Now, don't be silly, Amy, please.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. We've run out of fish.
She did jump at the idea pretty quick.
We don't need a stretcher. We got one. Well, all right, Captain. First we have the sick man taken care of. Then we have a look at your rice cargo.
This ship's got a schedule to keep. I've a good mind to read you the company office.
Oh, I wouldn't take a chance on it. The man behind this is Beddoes. Very important. As a matter of fact, Captain, he's a Queen's man, if you really must know.
That doesn't help my schedule. I've got to get off.
I wouldn't advise it. It might cause an awful row in Whitehall. Ah, here we are. Oh, thank goodness you managed to give that bunch the slip. Oh, by the way, watch the captain. He's a bit disgruntled. The name of the sick man is Herman Ludmar. He's a deckhand.
Good afternoon, Captain. I'm Beddoes.
Bone lazy nuisance. Signed on just long enough to have gallstones.
Jonesy, you go to the hospital with him.
Right.
And now the rice, Captain. We'll do our best not to hold you up too long.
Open up the forward hatch there.
I think someone tries to steal Herman.
You all right? Well, this can only mean one thing. Herman is the key. Jonesy, you stay here and check the rice. Come on.
Schnell, schnell!
No diamonds.
You sure? Did you check good?
No diamonds. When I check somebody, he's checked.
Where are you taking me?
Well, to the hospital.
Not to the hospital. To Porco Vermeo Hotel. Turn around.
Whatever you say.
Hände hoch! Raus!
Schnell, schnell!
Steig ein!
I can't believe it. I think they killed him.
Maybe he will die anyway, with the gallstones. The keys. We walk.
That's it, lads. Keep them coming.
I don't know a lot about searching for diamonds, but shouldn't you resack as you go?
I hardly think so, Captain. Much best to leave all the rice free for a final check. That's the soundest way to find diamonds.
Aye, just as you say. Bring up the bloomin' lot.
Steve, please, not so fast.
Well, honey, we've already lost valuable time. Milo?
You mean somebody killed him? Just killed him in cold blood?
Well, if somebody killed him, I wouldn't know what his mood was. Poor Politano. He always said you can't win them all.
Steve, please, let's get out of here. Please, let's go back to
No, calm down. Everything's going to be all right. Just try to wipe it out of your mind, honey. Please. Now, Amy. Okay?
Try.
That's a good girl. Sorry. Well, I guess it just wasn't his day. Poor Henry.
Steve.
Oh.
Oh, Steve.
Now, I can understand how you feel, honey, but please.
There are dead people everywhere we look.
No. Don't jump to conclusions, honey. Believe me when I tell you it's unusual to find this many dead spies in one day. All right. We're going to go. Don't worry. Now, honey, I don't want you to get excited. Now, stay calm. It's only another dead body. Oh, now, honey, please, 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 darling. You shouldn't get emotional. This one is a total stranger. Now, please don't do that.
Please, let's go.
Huh?
Just let's go.
What? Did you ever see a stretcher with bamboo poles? Excuse me. Honey, I think we found ourselves some diamonds.
Steve,
Yeah,
these look like bonds to me.
bonds. Hey, these are bearer bonds. 10,000 pounds negotiable. They're negotiable, honey. 10,000 pounds are negotiable.
Your legs are too long for my legs.
We have to get back to the dock. Herman didn't have the diamonds. That leaves only the rice. Here comes a car. I'll try to get us a ride.
Get in.
I think maybe he was the wrong person to ask. And I think maybe it rains too.
Now, which one of you has the bonds?
Bonds? I thought we were all looking for diamonds.
Don't play clever with me, Beddoes. You know that no diamonds are coming in.
I think I am confused.
The bonds came in to pay for the diamonds. Who has them, you or her? 200,000 in bearer bonds, issued by the Crown Colony of Hong Kong.
Take my word for it. This is the first I've heard of them.
Search them.
Oh, really? This may be all right for me, but I'm not going to allow you to paw this woman.
In that case, please get undressed. Both of you.
What?
Everything off, quick.
Now, look, just...
Everything, I said.
Aurora.
Please, darling, it's not bother. I don't wear many clothes.
I think you're missing the
But you
point.
don't understand, darling. In 1 year, I have been searched 9 times just for microfilm.
Aurora, you're absolutely hopeless. You don't seem to feel well dressed unless you start naked.
Please, sweet William, I don't mind, except in winter. In winter comes the pneumonia.
Trousers.
Do you mind if I ask you a simple question? If the bonds were to pay for the diamonds, where are the diamonds?
That is the next matter we discuss, the whereabouts of the diamonds.
Well, this may come as a shock to you, but I haven't the faintest idea.
Also me.
I think perhaps you really don't know. Federico must have been killed before he had a chance to send you the information. The joke's on all of us. The diamonds, they're somewhere in Portugal. Nobody knows where.
Nothing in the bathroom, nothing here.
They don't have the bonds. Reese didn't have them. Who does? You spoke to the others?
In a way. We saw Heinrich, Politano, Milo, and Zarek, but very briefly. They left in the ambulance with Reese. They must have them.
We left with Ludmar.
Ludmar is a name he used on the ship. His real name is Herman Reese. He's an East German agent who works for Red China.
How do you spell that name, Reese?
What does it matter? R-E-I-S. Reese.
In German, that is pronounced Reis. What the devil do you think you're doing?
Forgive me, but I prefer to keep you two here for a while.
Hey, that's her dress.
Yeah, and Beddoes' pants. You've got to admit, he's got poise. I don't think this is the time to disturb him.
Steve, you're going to take him those bonds, along with his pants.
Well, they're not exactly his bonds. I think we should discuss it.
No.
No.
No. Oh!
Come on. Up we go.
Oh, my.
Woo! Oh.
Hold it. Abdul! Stop fooling! We have no time to bother with him.
Now, I'll jump them. You stay out of it. Hide back there. Go on, hide. They're not following me.
You sound offended.
You all right? Hmm? Come on. Hey, there's no inside latch.
Steve, I just don't think you want to turn over those
Oh,
bonds.
honey, I'm not kidding. We're locked in.
Hey, Steve, it's cold in here. In these wet clothes, we could die. Why'd you have to close the door?
Well, honey, I didn't do it so we can die in here. Now, try to be reasonable. And please don't start crying, huh?
Well, it's all your fault. If you hadn't said, please don't stop crying, I would have never even thought about it. But no, you had to say, please stop crying.
All right,
No,
all
I am.
right, all right, all right.
Obrigado.
Sweet William, what do you think? You prefer with a tie or without?
You look great. Come on.
Steve, I wonder how long a person is able to stay alive in a place like this.
Well, honey, let's not worry about who holds the record. Let's try to get out. Hey!
What are we doing?
There's a fuse box out there. If I can blow out a fuse, it'll bring somebody down here.
Steve, what if the fuse doesn't blow?
I don't know about you, honey, but I'll be damn sorry.
Eerie, isn't it? Rather like one of those science fiction stories. Rice taking over the world sort of thing.
I dare say you want an explanation, sir.
Please, I can put the pieces together. I'm terribly sorry, Captain. There must be tons of it.
Makes a considerable pudding, doesn't it, sir? The rain, you know.
If you'll just give me the figure, I'll write you out a check.
You are very lucky. He has his own bank.
I told him it was a fool way to look for diamonds, but he's an authority on the subject.
There are no diamonds. How much?
That's a curious statement. Why are we looking for diamonds if there are no diamonds?
Very odd.
Have you any notion how to go about clearing up this mess?
Maybe we have him eat it. That is it. The same dirty sneeze I hear on the telephone. Look at Bo.
I say, isn't your behavior over this rice affair a bit much?
He is the higher up in the diamond smuggling.
He's the one who killed Federico.
Would you get the police?
Hold on. This man's an embassy official.
You want to give him a medal? She's the guilty one.
So much the worse. A lot of muck in the newspapers. Look here, Beddoes. I think it'd be a good idea to transfer him to my boat and ring up Sir Huntley for directions.
Fair enough. Give me a hand.
Hit him up.
Good heavens, dear, whatever's happened?
Maury, we've run into a crisis. Be a lamb and brew up a pot of tea.
Yes, dear.
Yes, I hope you're certain about this. Hatton Jones seems an odd one to me to be thieving about.
I'm dead certain. It all adds up. He stayed close to me since the first moment I arrived in Lisbon.
One thing I know. That is the same sneeze I hear on the telephone.
He'll keep. Get that call through to Sir Huntley.
Huh?
It's one thing that I don't like. One of those two men who carry him in, I have seen in some place before. He's a crook.
Aurora, just because you know somebody, does that make him a crook?
When I know somebody, he is a crook.
Hello there! Do come aboard! We're just about to have some cake! Come along. We're down below.
Come on.
This way.
Will you hear this? We ran into this dead fellow.
Hey, dead fellow, there were 6 of them.
Right, but he had on him 200,000 pounds.
And in bonds.
Bearer bonds, to be precise. The natural thing was to demand cash, but so much money in £5 notes was too cumbersome. So arranging for bonds was the only solution. Good of you to bring them aboard. Hurry up with that tea, Maudie.
Coming.
Thank you, Maudie. There'll be no tea.
Then I gather from all this that you are the...
Higher up was the phrase you used, I believe.
Well, then who's Hatton Jones?
Hatton Jones, I imagine.
John, dear, I simply don't understand what's going on.
Then I will make you to understand. He kills Federico, he steals diamonds, he steals bones. I don't think your husband is a very good doctor.
I'm not very good at anything, I'm afraid. I was supposed to get the diamonds from Federico and hand them over to Ludman for the bonds. I haven't the faintest idea where the diamonds are, but I do have these.
John, dear.
Maudie, do you know what it's like to be married to you for 25 years? Sooner or later, something snaps.
Go to the pilot house, get the police on the ship to shore.
Right.
You see, it pays to be patient. If I'd let you kill Beddoes, we'd never have got the bonds. What do we do now?
I'll tell the captain to make for open sea. We'll break out enough chains to send them all to the bottom.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing else for it. It's been that kind of day.
I forbid it. I really will not permit it.
Maudie, this is no concern of yours.
If you kill 5 people aboard my yacht, it is particularly my concern.
Maudie, I don't relish this, and I've got a splitting headache.
I do apologize for my husband. What he's doing is rude and unnecessary. I do wish you'd give it some thought.
Maudie, get forward.
Very well, dear.
Stay put.
John, does this mean that I'm to be done away with, too?
Maudie, I'm not a cad, despite what you've heard and what you may think at this moment. I'm a decent man with decent instincts.
I've always thought so. And, John, if it's any help, a wife cannot testify against her husband.
I know. It does look as though we'll chum it together for a while longer.
Bless you.
wish they'd stop clanking those chains.
One thing I am glad. He has a headache.
Well, there's an awful lot of booze here, if anybody's interested.
Now that we are being killed, I think I make a big mistake the night we meet. I stay too long in mourning for Federico.
I say, we on some sort of cruise or something? Oh, I feel a bit dicky.
Dicky, you are going to feel more dicky. Dr. Matheson, he's going to throw you into the sea with chains on.
Huh?
I owe you an apology. I thought you were the top man. We blundered into the real one. Dr. Matheson.
Matheson? Good heavens. I didn't even have him on my list. You don't suppose he's on to me?
On to you?
It's unimportant. Forget it.
What? No, wait a minute. What do you mean, on to you?
Well, I don't suppose it matters now, really. I mean, with all this drowning and so on. Beddoes, I'm the MI5 man you're supposed to be.
The sneeze. I could not be wrong about the sneeze.
Sinus. Comes on at me oddest times.
You see, it was him on the telephone with Federico.
Yes, he was my contact. He was to meet me and give me the information about the diamonds, but he never shared.
Oh, one question. How did I get into this?
I know it sounds a bit cheeky, but, well, you just chanced along. I assure you, Beddoes, you were in no danger.
To be at the bottom of the ocean is no danger. You snake. They try to kill him. They try to kidnap him. They try to blow him into pieces. That it is no dangerous. A snake besides you, it's tall. I think I need a brandy.
That's a kick. You know, I started out smuggling brandy. Right here on this coast. Used to pick it up from lobster pots. Right under the nose of the patrol boats.
What patrol boats?
Government boats across the mouth of the harbor.
How many bottles of that brandy are there?
Whole case?
I need only one bottle.
You're not even going to get that. We need them all. I've got an idea that might get us out of here. See if you can find some napkins. We're going to make Molotov cocktails. Steve, barricade the door.
Righto.
Tea, dear?
No, thank you.
Aspirin?
Patrol craft, dear. Give them a wave.
How about me?
Be my guest.
Good afternoon, Beddoes.
I just came in to say goodbye, Sir Hundley.
Sorry to see you go. I say, have a look. I think we've got him.
I believe you have, sir. Bishop to night 5.
Poor old Pip. There'll be sackcloth and ashes tonight in Karachi. I think it's a shame you've been recalled. The publicity wasn't your fault. Damn poor payment for nipping those scoundrels.
Well, it's nothing that can't be fixed. The Gotham Trust Company...
Please, Beddoes. I'm not geared for code talk. As for their pulling you out of here, I don't understand your crowd, never have.
Yes, Sir Huntley?
Miss Bannister. Karachi top priority. Bishop to night 5, checkmate.
Congratulations, Sir Huntley. Oh, excuse me. Mr. Beddoes, Hatton Jones is in my office with 3 visitors. Members of your staff, I think.
Send them in. I do wish you could stay on for a spell, Beddoes. We've 1 man down with flu, and Hatton Jones is being shuttled off to some place where he won't get sinus trouble.
Please come in.
Thank you.
Sir Huntley, I'd like you to meet Miss Franklin, Steve Gardner,
No,
and
please.
Aurora Celeste.
That won't be necessary. No need to break security. You're all to be congratulated on a job well done.
My brains are out of work. My father's ashamed of me. My grandfather's ashamed of my father. Azalea.
Beddoes. Azalea.
Well, it is an azalea. It was in poor Mr. Ferreira's office. It seems such a shame to let it die. Isn't it lovely?
Now, Federico, no diamonds.
No diamonds.
Ugh, no, but there's dirt all over Sir Huntley's papers. Gee, sir, I hope we haven't ruined a treaty or something.
Oh, no harm done. Miss Bannister, this desk will need some tidying up.
Yes, Sir Huntley.
Excuse me. Oh, I've used these many times myself, double lining.
Diamonds, Sir Huntley. Hundreds of them.
Congratulations, Jonesy. You cracked another case.
%. Amy? 5%?
Hey, half of 5%. We'll settle.
2.5%.
I will miss you with my whole total life.
I'll miss you too, Aurora. I wish that... Well,
You wish what?
I wish that we could spend some time together. But when the bank says come home...
I understand. It's difficult to insult a bank.
Goodbye, Aurora.
Goodbye, Mr. Beddoes.
I had my passport at the ticket counter just a few minutes ago, and my ticket and boarding pass are gone, too.
As far as the ticket is concerned, you can book on a flight tomorrow. But the passport is another matter. You will... Sir, you are smiling. This is a very serious matter.
Yes, isn't it?
Yes.